Hello and welcome to the Kobold Cafe. We're playing GURPS 4th edition. This is Liminality. I am Luke, the GM, and we've got Terra.
Hey, I'm Tara. My hands can still do things, I think. Yeah, there it goes.
Yeah, your hands can still do things. We've got James.
Hey, I'm James. I play Alexi.
To Berserker, we've got Lee.
Hi, I'm Lee. I play Gina, a gambler and ne'er-do-well.
I thought you were going to say Nerd Alert, but no, yeah, ne'er-do-well. And we've got Everoth.
Hello, I am Emirath, and I play Yu, your Kung Fu in training and cargo associate.
Cargo Associate, I like that. That's a good job title. Cargo Associate. So, you've arrived at Canaan, the promised land, as it were, the last place you had memories. You know, you left this place on a very strange journey around about, oh god, it must be like nearly 6 months ago. And upon arriving at Enkanov AB, you'd lost your memories on account of a vicious space spider poisoning you while you slept. Oh, that needs updating.
Space Spider.
Did I bring you all over here? Yeah, I did.
Terror spider.
Spider!
Well, you've been generally working your way back to Canaan for various reasons. It's way too many to get into in the long run. The important thing is
Mainly dropping a nuke off.
yeah, the main one was dropping a nuke off, which you've done, and you're just waiting for it to be collected so you can receive payment now.
I think we got payment first. You get payment up front or shit like that. You get payment, then you tell them where the location is.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Yep, you've been paid. Or you probably got a percentage. I don't know. I'm not sure. You've been
Yeah, it's
paid.
probably one of those half up front, half after type things.
Safest way for both parties. No one really likes it, but you can't just be buying and selling nukes as a private citizen, you know? You gotta deal with that shit.
Yeah.
By the
Well,
way,
and we're becoming a reputable smuggling company.
you are becoming a reputable smuggling
Trying to.
company. You're reputable for, not smuggling, i.e. just straight up moving goods and services. But you are also starting to get a bit known for smuggling, I think. People have reached out to you and you're like, where'd you get this phone number? And they're like, Bill sent me. And you're like, fuck's sake, Bill. Or Tim, or Erica, or whoever. But yeah, you've made a ham.
Tim!
Tim. Fuck you, Tim.
Finnegan.
Tinnigan. Yep. Timigan. But either way, this place has got stats now. And there are two habitable planets in Canaan. Full name of the star is Beta Canum Venaticorum. The habitable planets are Rudianos and Senua. And though they are habitable, neither's very nice, particularly. Senua is very hot, mostly desert. Rudianus is incredibly cold, almost entirely ice on the surface all the year. But they've both got breathable atmospheres and native vegetation and plant life. And
So they're very hot and very cold, but within the range of like what humans consider normal. Not like lethally hot, lethally cold.
there are places on both planets that are definitely lethally hot and lethally cold, if you're unprepared. Rudianus overall is just a bit more survivable, because you can, get extra good Arctic clothing. Whereas Senua, there's deserts that are like over 60 degrees centigrade all year round.
Right.
Essentially, Senua has tropical winters and fairly hellish summers, but shit tons of air conditioning in the minor oasis around the giant sea that it's got. And then Rudianos has really cold summers and fucking horrific winters. It also takes twice as long to orbit Rudianos, so those horrific winters last twice as long. and those lovely warm summers where you might get 3 days in the year that are above freezing.
But you said something about off-planet
Off-planet.
habitation.
Most people live in space around these things, and in particular around Senua. There is, I think it's technically called a McKen's cylinder now because he proposed it. It is way, way bigger than your standard O'Neill cylinder. This thing's got a radius of about 100 kilometers, and it is over 1,000
radius?
kilometers long. Yeah. Yeah, so the diameter inside the main cylinder is 200 kilometers across.
That's a big one.
Whoa.
And
Very cool.
there's technically 2 cylinders, but they aren't complete, so there's gaps in between that let sunlight all the way through to the middle. And essentially lots of long 1,000-kilometer strips of land. The outer one is slightly lower gravity, of course, but it's entirely for farming. And the inner one is this whole massive city nightmare-scape, essentially. It's all sort of pyramidish. Everything is built in steps, and air cars are very common here. Essentially ducted fans, quadcopters, but with a copter enclosed.
You can get another penis bike there, James.
Yeah, those penis bikes are very common here. Like, that's where that penis
Ah.
bike came from. You see a bunch of people
Okay.
flying around on them. There's also taxis, vans. It's Fifth Element. This place is just 1,000-kilometer
This is-
line of Fifth Element.
This
This
is where
year's
you
mod.
buy a bunch of those, put them in the cargo hold, and go like to some backwater planets to get a bunch of nobles to buy them for way higher prices.
We
Pretty
want the
much.
most recent model because they're a little bit longer than those last year's.
Should we
It's
go to
important.
Sexy McDonald's now that we're here, anyways?
Get sexy
Yes.
McDonald's.
You don't remember the
From
Fifth Element?
Oh right, yeah, there is. Go to the topless McDonald's. There's regular McDonald's and there's sexy McDonald's.
You saw a different version of Fifth Element than us.
It's a different version every time I watch it, depending on what I've had.
There.
But yeah, so you're on Senua Station, along with 13 billion other people.
All right.
And
So when as we were approaching, we did sort of our regular checks for, like, are we wanted and that kind of stuff. But it sounds like we used to live here. Can we do some kind of a research to see if we have homes or like lives here?
yeah, give me a research at like a +3.
Just them, or
No,
Can I
you can research straight up beyond them. I mean, you're not going to find much of your life here except for the that docking receipt for when your box were here.
13, or sorry, 3 under.
300 base.
Oh, Gina's got it.
Yeah, Gina, you've
That +3 helps.
got an apartment on this station. Quite a nice one apparently.
Hey guys, it looks like we might actually have places here. I found an address for me.
Liv,
Oh, really?
Liv, you find an address for Alexi as well, and it's actually in the same, the exact same block as Gina's, except Alexi's is at ground level and Gina's is near the top.
So
Interesting.
And also,
Nothing
Hui
for
is
Wei?
Hui is listed as co-resident with Alexi.
Oh, nice.
God damn it! I hate roommates.
glare.
What was that for?
She hates him, remember? Do you not remember last session. It's not.
Gina says that Gina just spent the whole time sleeping. She didn't experience most of it.
Yeah, you're still remembering 2 weeks of like fever cryo dreams. But yeah, oh my god, it's been living in my brain since. It was just the way you said I hate you after he'd done it. Like I keep hearing that over and over. It was perfect.
I don't remember how I
Perfect
said
delivery. You have to go back and watch, but you screamed, I hate you! And it was so good.
It was pretty good. It was very preteen meltdown.
Yeah. For those who are wondering, they found a sentient AI, which is kind of a big no-no in this universe. Extra big no-no, it had made itself sentient by eating a person. And obviously Silver wanted to make friends with it. And everyone else were like, please don't kill us, sentient AI. And ended in one of them standoffs where Alexi arms a nuke. You know, common fare. And so he parted ways, but the ship did leave a friend, a little 0G drone that it wanted to observe you with. And
His name was Stabby.
its name was Stabby. It was Silver's best friend. She loved it. And while she was sleeping, Alexi ripped it from her arms and threw it out the airlock.
Shot it with a like cannon.
And then you shot it.
Yes.
Shot it with a 200mm cannon.
Yeah.
Straight.
I shot the robot with a shell as big as the robot.
The only way to be sure.
Welcome to Kessler Syndrome. Hey, we're out in the middle of nowhere, and it was spectacular. Poor Stabby. Rip in peace, Stabby. Just cross myself real quick.
He was just screaming, space! Boom.
There's a replacement Stabby.
There is a replacement Stabby of sorts, a camera drone.
As soon as we get docked, there's a replacement Stabby.
Aye, you've got that given. And Gina's also planning on entering a tournament. I'm guessing you would have actually applied for this thing weeks ago already, right, Gina?
If possible, from off
Mhm.
planet, yes.
You've been researching from miles and miles away, so you knew that this thing were coming up, and you knew that you were going to
Absolutely.
be here in roughly the right time. So yeah, you could register your interest already. Like you need to pay the deposit by 6 hours from now, essentially. But now that you're
Sure.
here, you can finally do that. But
That-
yeah, I think you
that checks out.
registered your interest back at that last major place. Not the most recent one. Way back in
It would have
Gleaser.
been like 2 or 3 stops ago.
Yeah, way back in Gleaser 49 is where you would have read about it. You know,
Mhm.
where your shipping company is. That's the place I'm on about. Doterra. Nope, that's the first place you went. Hedatet, there we go. But yeah, you're finally here now. You can do that. You can get to your apartment. Well, you know where you've got an apartment in the same building. 2 apartments. No maps for 'em. Clap, clap. Who needs
Well-
maps?
We should go check them out.
Yeah, definitely.
You could drive your non-hover car there. It's not that far really. You take it in a big lift that leads you up into proper gravity, not just very, very minor gravity. Or you can...
Alexi brought his sports car too.
You brought your sports car.
Remember, he bought one of those.
I remember you bought it.
Nice.
I just didn't... We've not really asked. There's not been roads. Didn't consider
Yeah.
it.
I imagine he's got it like packed sideways against the back wall.
Yeah, you totally could have brought it, and I'm just thinking, you know, because like, yeah, but you can't really fit 2 vehicles on the shuttle at once, but you don't need to. It can just be in the cargo hold with a tarp over it.
It
Pretty
could be
much.
like the Jetsons, and it turns into a briefcase. We don't know.
I mean, when there's only 4 of you, you can all fit in the sports car as well. Back seat's a bit cramped. You want to stick Hui and Silver in back seat, definitely. So Gina and Alexi have got room.
I mean, the tradition is calling shotgun,
That's the tradition.
which is what she says as we disembark.
Nice. Roll initiative. I think Quay'd win for that.
Probably.
While those two are fighting, she slips into the front seat.
Yeah, you got to sit down, Gina, and there's a silver in it.
Silver, I called shotgun. In the back.
But actually, also, Luke.
Yeah, I've seen
PM.
your PM.
Okay.
That's a thing. Give me something.
Streetwise? No.
Streetwise,
research?
Streetwise would do it. Otherwise, research. Streetwise would be the quick way to do it. Oh
On the
wow, look at
nose.
that. Yeah, you're in a race tomorrow.
Awesome.
Like you sent some messages out, some PMs, and some guys already got back to you like, I can put you in a race. Put you in a big race. Do you mind like people knowing that it's you doing it?
Oh, that's fine.
No, yeah, that's especially why this guy's interested, because it's frickin' Silver Liv from the internets. She's in Canaan, and she's gonna race that wound she bought. Who's
The
driving?
wound that is probably Alexi.
Get me IQ based.
Did you ever buy a level in this? Or are you still terrible?
No, I bought a level in this.
You ever
Okay.
like drive in a different country? What about in a different star system, bro? Success by
IQ
2.
based.
Okay, lots of people get very angry at you, and you're really not sure why, because you think you're doing a great job. But like a lot of people give you very threatening gestures. You're not quite sure what they mean either, but you're confident it's not good.
Can I see what I'm doing wrong?
Okay, yeah, you start to figure some things out. There's a weird etiquette that does not come across from the signage,
Okay.
but you come to terms with it. Things like traffic lights are a universal concept, I think. But there's weird road markings and stuff that you've got no idea what it means. So there's a few times where you just like leap into intersections that you didn't know were there and stuff like that.
Okay.
Hawaii has street signs or street lines that are just zigzags across the entire road.
Yep.
The fuck does that mean?
What?
I have no idea,
Exactly, there you go.
but I've driven there.
Yeah, did anyone shout at you when you were on the zigzags?
No.
Are you supposed to start dancing or something?
Do you have the yellow box in America? The yellow box with the crisscrosses in it.
Yellow box with crisscross.
You're not meant to come to a stop in that, so it's like people might try and pass there if there's a queue of traffic.
We have a white bar sort of blocking where you're supposed to stop in front of.
Okay, it's essentially you just drive over it if there's no one in front of you. But yeah, I once had an angry Italian man shouting at me, "You cannot stop in the yellow box! What are you doing?"
By the way, Lee, the zigzags are like for busy areas or like school zones or something like that. I lived there for a year.
Cool.
Oh.
We have zigzags, but very small
They're basically like,
ones.
watch out, people might be crossing the path. It's like a caution zone.
Tara met Dwayne Johnson in Hawaii.
I did meet Dwayne Johnson in Hawaii.
Nice.
Dwayne.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson. The Cool Cafe says hello.
And give me some of that cash. Give me some of that rock money.
Would you just be fine if he just raises an eyebrow?
We're distracted. You reach your apartment
Yes.
complex. I've not got maps for it. As you're on the road, you would get to the very dingy ground level at first. I mean, leaving the docking areas, it's kind of raised and tunnels and highways separated. But you could tell how dodgy it were as soon as you got into these residential districts. There is not much light hitting the ground, even in alleged daytime. And it's, smoky, dingy, smelly, lots of trash knocking about. And clearly this building is not in a nice neighbourhood. But it has got a
Suits you.
garage. And it opens automatically when you pull your car up to it. And there's plenty of space inside, as well as, lots of just garbage bags and crap like that. Rats. Space rats.
Well, that's good. I wasn't very comfortable leaving this thing outside here.
You probably still wouldn't be that comfortable leaving it in here. It's definitely the nicest car you could see in the garage.
So Alexi's probably, all of us are probably substantially overdressed for the neighborhood.
Or at least it's the nicest car with wheels. It's still...
There might be like an air garage on the roof.
Yeah. Yeah. You could have actually taken a different route to the upper garage you saw, but it looked like a long way and a big spiraling staircase for the car, so you couldn't be bothered.
Okay.
And yeah, it's a bit of a maze, but there's maps posted in the stairwells. They're all stained and grotty. Everything's that space concrete shite that they make from asteroid belts. Oh, that's something that don't come across on this map. There is an asteroid belt, like, right at the centre. Mulo and Damara are kinda in it, / pass through it. And that is...
They're probably
Go on.
those are probably like planets still forming. Those two, like collecting shit from the asteroids.
Pretty much. And there is also an asteroid belt way out at 45 AU. So, completely off this map. And there's also, like, way more planets than just these in the system.
So it's mineral rich.
Very mineral rich. The planets themselves aren't particularly special, but there's just so many of them.
Do they have like a space mining station or something?
They
Yeah,
probably have a lot.
like, everything beyond Sulave as a space mining station. Ironically, there's a planet called Mars out at 5 AU.
Well, he knows
Awesome.
what to do now.
And actually, yeah, you know what? That research check were good enough, Liv. You got Hui's... Apparently, he was an employee of a company mining on Abnoba, which is
Throw
a
that
planet
away.
in this system. We just throw it away, toss it in the bin.
No, I mean store it. Like
hmm
put it in the.
In the vault. In your brain vault.
I'll tell him like you had a job here, but it kind of sucked.
Yeah, it weren't a great job. Shaft miner,
Yeah, those kind of suck.
hmm Pretty much like
High mortality.
mine until you die. Yeah, that's the one.
Our line of work is much safer.
Way, way safer. At least more interesting. More variety to what kills you.
Indeed.
So yeah, Lexi's apartment is not nice, and you don't actually think you were ever living here, Alexi. But Hui, this place hits you like a ton of bricks when you open the door. You lived here. This was your apartment.
Do I get like a memory flashback or something?
All sorts, like too many. Give me IQ. Give me an IQ roll.
Okay, I rolled a
Ooh,
failure by 1.
failure. What's the
By 1.
first dice? What did the first dice come up with? 4. Lose 4 FP and drop to your knees.
Okay, he drops to his knees and it's at 10.
And yeah, big gasp. Flashbacks, slight panic attacks, maybe. Alexi, you get a twinge of nostalgia, but not like what you're feeling, Hui. You spent a long time, lots of time in this apartment, and you feel all sorts of memories rushing through your mind, but not quite coming back.
Okay.
You remember spending time with Alexei. You remember signing your first contract to work on the space station with Alexei. You remember living here while you worked as a miner. Independently, we had oh no, wait, Silver, you told him you were a miner then.
Yep.
Yeah, so yeah, you remember mining vaguely, but you remember more enjoying the like 2 months out of the year that you could enjoy in this apartment.
Yeah, he's
This life
just
kind of sucked.
he just needs a moment.
Until you met Alexei, and then you remember signing that. You like look up and see Alexei and maybe just Alexei actually saying like, well, we do need a cargo associate. And you come with a stolen power loader. Yeah, you recall that, Hui. You stole the power loader that you've been using.
Oh shit.
It was supposed to go to maintenance on this station, but instead you just walked it home and then looked up places to go working independently in other systems. At the
So
same time
the
that
pictures.
Alexei were looking for a replacement for his guy that got eaten by space crocodiles. Alexei, yeah, you get a memory of space crocodiles and some guy called Beamer. Bemur. You get a flash of some weird mustached chubby guy getting ripped apart by weird crocodiles.
So, how is it that I ended up on the lease?
Maybe you needed a place that you were like officially staying at. She does the air quotes.
This place has paper mail. That's one of the things that you realize as you like help way up. As he gets his grips, he is kneeling in a
There's like
pile of
20
envelopes.
pounds. Oh, I assumed it was like Fifth Element, one of those like tube systems, so it's just like a pile coming out of the tube. Like,
Oh yeah, it's over at the other side of the room. Like it's halfway up. It's at the opening to the mail pipe. Yeah.
Start looking through them. See what kind of mail's coming.
Lots of junk. Lots and lots and lots of junk. Um,
Can I roll a search to find something that's more important or informative?
okay, yeah, you do find some that are from station security. So apparently, it looks like. Do you open it straight up when you see it's from station security? Yeah.
Yeah, just start digging
Thumbing
through and seeing what's what.
So Hui has been paying off that battle suit apparently to the company, but he's not made a payment in 7 months, a bit longer. The amount of time
Okay.
you've been gone from here, and he's now got like a bunch of extra charges, and he's due to appear in court if he don't make payment in the next couple of days.
I inform Hui of that.
His very explicit reaction to that is, "Fuck."
You remember the original trial, Hui? You got arrested eventually after a long trip with Alexei on the ship. And then,
Okay.
you got away with it somehow. I think that weren't. Yeah, maybe you get a flash of Gina being in here with you and saying, "Don't worry, we'll get you out of this. I've got a guy."
As everything starts to make sense, he just he just waves to the group and says, I'll take care of it. Just need a minute." And he just like sits or lays down in what used to be his bed for a moment as he gathers his thoughts.
All right. Take some time.
Well, should we go check out your place?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, it's quite a
Let's head
long
up.
trip, even though it's in the same building. Because of the pyramid shape, you have to walk quite far to get to the center. Because Gina's is legit like 5 stories from the top. Swanky 3-bedroom apartment. And the hallways up
Nice.
here are a lot nicer. They still, clearly not higher than status 1 at best, and they aren't. They down to status 0 from the upkeep of them, really.
Hmm.
You can still hear like loud music coming from neighbors. Like this is probably the drug dealer floor. This floor and up is just the.
So it's the nice area of the not nice area.
That's the one. And your apartment is spotless inside. There's little cleaning drones beeping. We didn't talk about what time it were. I want to say it's evening. So like kind of sunshades are starting to close for the O'Neill cylinder.
That makes sense.
Simulating
Well, this is
sunset.
nicer, she says.
Way nicer. You got
Did we have keys?
Probably biometrics or something.
Thumb scans?
Yeah, it probably is biometrics or
Makes sense.
datapad related NFC stuff.
I could even see the garage downstairs having opened because one of us was in the car.
That could well be it too.
We
Yeah.
don't realize that, but
Highly possible. Yeah. I want to
Cool.
say just something that you put your palm up against and it scans it a few times up and down. And it opens for Gina. And yeah, like I said, very nice place. Kitchen, pretty well stocked. Lots of dried goods and, tins, cans that are still in stock. This station's actually also got automatic nutriment dispensers that you see.
nice.
And Gina, you had like a subsection of your account that makes sense to you now. It were clearly paying bills for this place.
Makes sense.
I think you noticed stuff coming out of it, as you hopped between systems and got slow updates on it. And it was locked to only be accessible from this system.
I can only imagine, like, if Lee lost his memory and then came back to his computer, it would take him a long time to get access to all of his accounts again,
Oh yeah, Jesus Christ, can you
or even
fucking
realize
imagine?
which
But-
ones are out there.
Yeah, right.
And I mean, if I see a recurring deduction from my bank account, I'm not just going to cancel it because maybe it's important.
Alexi, you brought a stack of post up here that you've been rifling through and opening.
Okay.
Quite a lot of it is addressed to you. And you get to one piece of post that is just a folded over sheet of paper. And someone has written on it in Sharpie, "We'll find you."
That's ominous.
What's ominous?
Hold the piece of paper up.
Ooh.
Any return address?
No.
Was it actually put directly into his? Yeah, that's not good.
No.
Not ideal for sure.
Well, I don't know what you guys have planned, but I do need to be downtown by midnight. Other than that, I'm pretty free for a bit.
Well, we should check your apartment out real quick. We're
Oh yeah,
here.
I mean, she
Oh.
says that as we're standing in the apartment.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's pretty clearly Gina's only Gina's apartment. No one else seemed to be living here. There's one bedroom that's like well used. The other two bedrooms have got beds in them, but they've also got just a lot of crap in them. Boxes of stuff. Lots of books, which is a bit weird. Not many people collect books, but apparently Gina collected books. You don't have as vivid a flashback as Hui did, but you should roll me IQ. I completely forgot about
Sure
it.
thing.
I warned them all before we started that this might be a everything all at once session. You made it by 4, so you don't lose any FP, but this does bring back memories. I don't know how much you want me to just straight up go for it, or how much you've got planned yourself. Did you want to be from Canaan? I'd always kind of imagined that you were from here.
No. Let me double check.
Alright, if
I
you've got
had
stuff written down.
I do have stuff written down in my background history.
Alright.
But I mean, that said, like she could have lived on Canaan for a long time.
Yeah, most of what flashes. If you've not got anything written about your time here, then I can tell you a fair bit. It's a great place for gambling. You know that. You've come back here rich plenty of times, and then gone and spent all your money on antique books for some reason.
Nothing wrong with books.
You do think you might have been looking for something, though? Because a lot of these books are very old, and they all seem to be on a common subject of the precursors.
Huh. That's weird. She says, sort of wandering in her memory lane. She wanders in front of the bookshelf and is looking at those books.
I do recall that, yeah. So...
But that's all, well, that's pre-adult stuff, so that doesn't actually have to have anything to do with this.
Yeah. I think Canaan were pretty much where you decided that you liked it the most, especially this station. You remember that you didn't really spend that much time in this apartment. This was just for when you weren't in the hotel. You remember all the best casinos on this station. And there's also a great one on Planet.
That's the important thing. Hey, Silver. Do these books have anything to do with the stuff you've been researching?
I don't know, do they?
Give me a roll. Research.
What roll? Okay. Where are you? R section. There it is. By 2.
They can't hurt. Some of these books are really interesting. Related enough, you know? And some
Well,
of
I
them...
will start flipping through them and recording them with my eyes!
Ah, you scammer. Absolute scammer. Do you just, like, walk around plugged into your tablet in your pocket?
Yeah.
Got a cable running down underneath your shirt behind your hair, like you do with
yeah, through the dress, yeah.
your earpods at school. Cool.
To be fair, I'm pretty sure that Gina does the same thing, just less effectively.
Yeah. Yeah, to be fair. Not straight from the eyes. Via
No.
something else.
I mean, I also imagine I keep a notification feed in the bottom corner of my vision also, like...
Yep. All sorts of crap.
I am plugged in.
Eye dashboard.
Augmented reality is awesome.
I wonder... You probably... Yeah, you noticed people with hoods and people with robot glasses would have noticed stuff that people without don't.
Oh? Like,
As
is
in,
there like profiles over people's heads and stuff like that, and ads? And...
yeah, ads. Some people, you do spot some people that have got like, skins on, essentially.
That's a thing I can do. Holy shit, I'm doing that.
She immediately buys 3.
It's like,
No, I paint some for myself.
yeah, this would
Like
have been
little
an
wings.
Fair.
an opt-in thing, probably like whichever company runs the internet on this station also runs this thing, so when you joined it, you had the option to like, do you want to enhance your experience with augmented reality instances?
Oh, if that's the case, because she's such a little sociopath, and it's hilarious, she gives herself little angel wings and a halo.
Oh my god, terrible. In the anime, that there's a world like this, where everything's in
There's
VR.
a few.
Yeah. Yeah. Then let's end it there because there's a few, and I'll never remember this particular one.
I was mostly though curious whether they're specifically related. Like, does it look like I was researching the same thing you're researching, or are these just nice precursor books? I'm wondering if
No.
maybe we were in that region for a reason.
Give me a research role, please, Gina.
Also, maybe she was shacking up with a
That's also entirely
fellow
possible.
brother of mine.
To be clear, Gina is asking this question out loud and thinking about it. She's not opening books and digging in.
Okay. That's still a good roll. I don't research isn't really the right thing if that's what you're doing, but against your base IQ,
I mean, that
that's
could have just been an IQ pulling
Mhm.
up, trying to remember shit.
you think it is related. Some of these,
She has a feel that she was looking into something that took her to where we were at, kind
yeah,
of thing.
to doTERRA essentially. A lot of these books are about doTERRA, and Silver, you recognize now as you're flipping through them that some of them are written in that language of that company.
Oh, okay.
That like 200-year-old dead corporate language.
And I immediately get auto translated in my brain.
Yep, you can just flip to that translation software, or I'm pretty sure the software you have can do multiple languages at once.
Probably. But yeah, I'm still skimming all the pages, just recording them
Photo.
and dumping. Yeah.
Yep.
Can I make a body language check to realize that that's what she's doing?
Oh yeah, like a bonus. Give me like body language at
Oh,
+3.
I'm not even faking it.
Silver.
What?
That's super rude.
This is not a library.
Is she still doing it, or did she stop?
Okay, I'll stop.
It looks like she
That
stopped
sounded
doing
like
it,
a roll.
but she's still doing it.
Fine. Puts it away.
When you do that, you're telling me that you don't respect me.
Someone's got to put this kid in its place.
And then she leaves the room and leaves you alone with the books.
He waits until you actually leave the apartment to go do your thing, and then she's gonna do it.
Wait, makes you think you're gonna leave this kid in the apartment?
I mean, Gina's already said she has to be somewhere by midnight.
I thought everyone would go with you. But does Gina want to do
Well-
this alone?
Wade's still back in his apartment.
This isn't Gina's scheme. This is Silver's scheme.
Silver's scheme. Wait, what? What scheme? Which scheme are we on?
Well,
The precursor thing.
Precursor
Waiting for
scheme.
Gina to leave so that she
Oh
can
yeah,
go to
waiting
the
for
books.
Gina to
Yeah.
leave. Yeah.
Right. So, yeah. No one else has anything particular they need to do other than like Hui start making his payments again.
Alexei, find out who's threatening him. Maybe.
Yeah, that'd probably be useful. And yeah,
Yeah.
it is clearly for you, Alexei, rather than Hui.
Okay.
I don't know why you know that. It probably says a lot.
I mean, if they know you and know who lives with you, they might have a little note. Way's cool. No worries.
Yeah, it's in brackets at the bottom. No return address, but not you, Hui. We got no problem with you, buddy. Stay out of his way. Tell us where Alexei is if you get this. Close bracket.
They've seen Way fight. They want no part of him.
Yeah, we're not interested.
Are there any other messages like that? Anywhere in that stack?
Are you gonna go back down and start rummaging through?
No. I don't know. Alexi's gonna pull out his tablet and see if he's got like
Presence online.
yeah, any online presence, any like media accounts that might have like messages to him or anything like that.
If he's using the same tablet, it might also just automatically attach now that he's on this network.
Yeah, it probably would. Give me computer operation straight up first. Oh, yeah.
Is that by sex?
Yeah. So, you've not paired to it. You've got your tablet set to not auto pair because that could be annoying as heck, but you do it now and get 500 notifications. And you realize why you don't have it set to auto pair because that is annoying as heck.
Yeah, that's a lot of messages.
As they like appear at the top of your screen and fill it up, you see a few that say like, "I'm gonna fucking kill you, dude." Then they like fly past, replaced by "enhance your penis, enhance your breasts."
2 for 1 deal.
Yeah, find I'm gonna kill you and figure out who's sending those to me.
So that's like an anonymous message on one of your social media accounts, and on there you see lots of pictures of yourself dressed up in pretty outlandish outfits going for drinks. You used to post quite a few selfies on this account, it seems. That message is from only 3 months ago.
Oh wow. Okay. First thing I do is I find like the most outlandish picture of myself and send it to Gina.
Gina's in that picture. Gina's in a few of these pictures, but the easy most outlandish one of you, by far, you wearing... I mean, the shoulder pads on this thing are like 4 feet long.
Oh my god.
Rise up above your head. I forget the name of that guy, but it's like the plastic outfits.
That thing might fly in 0G or low G.
It actually might. Who knows what happens with that outfit? It's ridiculous.
Is he dressed in like Ruby Rod?
Yeah, there we go. Essentially, it's a Ruby Rod outfit.
Excellent.
And what
I send that to Gina.
Get a response of amazing.
And you think in that picture, Gina's also wearing an augmented reality outfit. Because it's... You can tell it's fake, but it's like kelp. Floaty kelp. As if you were underwater wearing a mermaid's seaweed dress. And it looks like it's got fishes in amongst it.
Oh my.
Augmented reality makes Halloween costumes awesome.
Yeah.
It really opens up the possibilities.
Why did we leave this place? It's amazing. Is the response.
I don't know. There's probably a good reason.
We just don't remember it yet.
Anyhow, what do I find in the way of threatening messages.
You don't fuck us over and get away with it. You can't just go quiet. You're gonna come back at some point and see this shit, and we're gonna get you when we do.
Yeah.
Sorry, something got me. I'll need a secret search from the secret someone.
Go, guys.
Mostly from anonymous, but you've got one message from a real person in amongst all these. That is someone who you follow on this thing and follows you back, and it says, "Dude, you gotta be careful. I don't want to be the one that has to kill you."
Reply, new phone, who dis?
Oh, snap. You get the type in message, and then it disappears. And then you get A, question mark, question mark, question mark. Just the letter A.
Y?
Y.
Letter Y?
Letter Y.
And a smiley face?
It types for a while, and then it gives you an address. Same format as your apartment were so clearly on this station.
Oh, shit. Well, Alexi's probably gonna die, but...
I'm just gonna go for it.
Yeah, I think we're going for it. Anybody want to come with me to this thing? It could go very not well.
It says 60.
What time is it?
So it's like 8, 9 p.m., but you're all fairly rested. Oh,
Okay.
no, it's like
Hui
8.
will,
It's 8 or 9 p.m. and you've had a pretty full day.
okay. Hui will type in, it's late to go make payments. I'll go there tomorrow and come with you if you want me to. On the
Nah,
text
want to
message.
do it now.
Can I wait a half hour?
It
Sure.
probably can if you drive fast and continue to ignore whatever those weird road markings mean. It's like an upside down
did say
triangle.
Mhm.
Like,
Hui did say,
are they telling you that you need to be there now, or are they?
I'd rather not delay.
yeah, like he's saying he would go with you right now. It's too late to go make payments.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
then-
all right, sure then.
Let's go.
Oh no, yeah,
I
Gina,
do need to be at the casino by midnight, though. So let's.
Yeah.
If they tell us to sit somewhere and wait, I can't do that.
Okay.
Alexi's sweating a bit. And Silver's gonna stay behind and have a nap, I'm sure is what she says. And promise to not look
I'm
through the books.
Sleepy. Also, I have content to curate on this new network.
Sure, feel free to crash on the couch.
Sorry, everyone.
I'm dying.
Do we need a 5-minute break?
Yeah, shortly. 1 second.
Dying over here.
Sorry.
There we go.
Yeah, so. You're all head into Alexi's thing first, except for Silver.
I think so.
Cool. Got it. Alright, yeah.
Let's do it.
And Gina's thing is head into the casino to officially register. Give the DNA sample.
Well, to give them the actual deposit.
Pay the deposit, give the DNA sample, have the biometrics taken, have the implant installed, head shaved.
I don't know about implants.
Strogification. Yeah.
Don't even know what that means.
You should Google it. Alright, we'll be back in.
I can't.
Oh, you should
I don't know how it's spelled.
Bing it. They use Bing on this planet. Alright, we'll be right back. We're back. Alexei has duplicated and continues to do so. He's forming some kind of triad separated by at least about 1 AU in space. Who knows what's going to happen when they collide. Meanwhile, the Prime Alexei has had threatening messages and one not so threatening but still slightly threatening, as in, dude, I don't want to be the guy that has to kill you. Made contact with this guy. He sends you an address. You go there, driving a sports car. Give me 1 second. I've actually got a map for what this can be. I just need to delete something because it's not there yet.
The Trexley?
The Trexley.
It's too many vowels in that word.
So.
Oh yeah, this place looks legit.
Yeah, it does.
This place looks awesome.
It's actually
Reminds me of
incredibly familiar to you, Alexei. So you're still just in the car, I think, probably. Like, you knew you were getting close from your GPS, your CPS, cylinder positioning system, which is a lot easier to use and maintain, and is a lot more accurate than a global positioning system. But you probably pull around the corner and see a guy that you kind of recognize. Give me an IQ check, please, Alexei. You trying to draw a car?
It was.
Well, fucking don't. You've got to roll IQ.
Success by 2.
Success by 2.
Nice.
You don't lose FP. You do have this jarring sense of memories returning, though. Lots of working with this particular guy, and by working, I mean things like beating the shit out of a hover truck driver and stealing all the toys out the back into a different truck and driving away in it.
Uh-huh.
Usual.
Breaking people's teeth, that sort of stuff.
You were a scumbag.
Yeah, apparently. Okay, so he had a name, right? On the account?
That guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Janus. Janusz.
Janus.
He's got fairly dark skin. He's a bit younger than you think. He's dressed. He's actually only wearing a vest over there, but it's like a heavy. It's essentially a flak jacket. What he's wearing.
Okay.
And big heavy cargo pants and boots. And he is visibly armed as well. He's got like a gun on the front of his vest.
Like a pistol.
Yeah, tucked in
Okay.
on like a Velcro strap thing on the front, like tactical style.
Okay. Get out of the car and Janus. Long time no see. Well, that was supposed to be acting, which is the same skill level.
Did we ever have a token for your sports car?
I don't think so.
Look at this thing. Kind of looks like a sci-fi sports car.
Yeah.
The proportions on this map are probably way off as well. And let me just drag a person in. They sat over at this food stand. And you smell that food and memories come flooding back as well. As you shout over, the guy behind the stall shouts to you. And it's just like, Alexei, he said you are dead. Usual?
Yeah, I'll have the usual.
Keep your fucking voice down, pal. Wei, Gina, get over here. What, you driving? You nutter. Where did you get that thing? What is that thing?
It's a car?
Yeah, no shit. Where's it fucking made? What is it?
It's a car. We bought it on
Are we
another
here to talk
planet.
about a car?
No, fucking hell. You gotta stay low, pal. They're gonna find you. Don't do a major. Uh, Gina, they're gonna come looking for you. They already know you signed up for that tournament.
Who's looking for us? Like, specifically?
Are you... What? He says. Let me roll a reaction check. I don't know how to respond to that. It's just, he blinks. He says, "What? Who do you think?"
The bounties, Alexei.
Yeah, no, I know. But, like, who's the hunters on this?
Everyone. Me.
Everyone.
Technically.
You. Alexei, like, leans back and is ready for a fast draw.
Is it obvious, or are you being stealthy about that?
No, I think he's making it obvious. Like, he says, like, you, and he, like, leans back and is ready to Han Solo this bitch.
I'm not gonna do anything. Even if they pull up now, I am not gonna fucking shoot you, pal. We go back way too far. You showed me ropes. You got me in. And I still don't know why you wanted out so bad. Or what you did to piss him off so much. They don't tell me that shit. They
Probably
just
nothing.
say, you see Alexei, you fucking kill him and bring me his body.
Well, that certainly puts a hamper on things. So, they know she's in this tournament. Who are they sending to collect?
I don't know. They just want words with you. They know they've got an in with you, Gina. So obviously
I mean, they're not going to try anything in public.
they're not going to try anything at all. They want you in that tournament, but they also want to know about Alexei.
She frowns.
We knew you'd be back by this week. We figured you already were and were lying low. When did you get back? How long have you been here? You just get here?
She looks at Alexei and says, I think it's probably going to come out anyways. What do you think?
Yeah, it probably is. Look, get in the car. We'll go talk somewhere private.
Shit, man, alright. And then your food gets, like, handed over to you. It's a big flatbread folded in half with salad and fried meats and spicy sauces.
So it's a space gyro.
Space gyro.
Nice.
And it's like, hey, come again, Alexei. Good to see you. Good you're not dead. You're one of my best customers. This
That's
one
great.
on the house.
Don't tell. Thank you very much. But tell you what, this is for you keeping this on the down low, and slap some cash down on the counter.
Hey, like, moi, grazie mille. Space Italian.
How does
Space Italia
Alexei...
making space gyros?
How does Alexei...
How does Alexei react when people start opening the Euros in his fancy car?
Hey, we'll eat these at the apartment.
All right, all right.
Are you taking Gina to somewhere to drop her off so she can go pay a thing, and then taking this guy back to your apartment, or
No,
talk to
actually,
this
let's
guy
all
in the
just
car?
go.
All go to the casino.
I'll just go to the casino, and we'll talk on the way and drop him off before we get there. And then I think Alexei wants to be seen publicly.
Sure. Sounds good.
It is a fairly long trip to the casino. You realise that thankfully the car's navigation can get you there, or your computer's navigation docked in the car can get you there.
Okay.
You will have to sort of get on a train, but you drive your car on it, and then the train moves at like Mach 4, Mach 5 or some shit.
Awesome.
It takes
Awesome.
you 400 kilometers in about an hour and a half.
Oh, that's probably where we actually have the conversation. We all hop out of the car, throw the food down on the hood, and start eating and talking.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like a separate little container for each car. Someone make me a wealth check for this purchase. The richer the person, the easier it'll be. If Gina
Sure
makes it and succeeds, there'll be no penalty applied for it. And on a failure, there'd be no penalty applied for it either. Oh yeah, easy. Yeah,
Looks like we're good. Yeah.
Gina can pay for this and a fairly nice cabin, so you don't even have to put it on the hood of the car. You've got like a table and seating area in that cabin.
Ooh.
Cool.
Kind of wasted for a 90-minute trip, you feel? Like this cabin,
Yeah.
you'd only ever buy this one if you were going all the way from one end to the other. And even then, it seems excessive. But oh well. You want
It was the one that was available.
Mm-hmm. You
This
already
shows
have.
opulence. Like
Yeah.
this is showing off thing.
You already had an account with this place.
That's a good question. Can I roll a body language to see how he reacts to the overall appearance of Alexei?
Yeah.
'Cause he's in fancy ass suit, driving a fancy ass car, like.
Yeah. He looks a bit jealous. And a bit pissed off with you. Very pissed off with you, honestly.
Okay.
So it's like, why the fuck are we getting on a train? Where are you taking me? What's your plan here, pal?
Well, this is just a private conversation.
Hold up.
So you're.
Let me just check I'm not needed. And he's like flicking through his data pad. And it's like, alright, I should be good. Where we going? Where's this train going?
I still need to put in my deposit. So casino.
Oh shit, you did just get here.
We did just get here, and we're having some issue. We're having some memory issues at the moment.
Memory issues.
So
Wait, you hungover?
when he says, "Who's after us?" he means it. Who's after us?
You forgot.
I don't even know who the fuck you are.
It should be temporary, but
Dick, I'm Jay. I'm Janice. You forgot.
Yeah, I got that from your profile on the message you sent me, but
You remember some
Yikers.
things, like I said, flashes, eating gyros with him.
like, I get a sense that we used to be close, but I don't know you.
Oh, well, that
And
fucking sucks,
if we're honest,
dude.
you don't really know me anymore. But I'd like to fix that.
Well, shit, bro. The syndicate's after you. The syndicated organized underground.
you don't know what for.
Well, I'm in it. You were in it. It's the biggest, legitimate criminal enterprise in the universe, as far as we know. humans. Homogenesis.
Well, that's quite the news.
And, chapter boss is pissed with you. You ran off. You had a job, and they were more pissed than if you were a normal deserter.
How long ago did this happen?
About 8 months. We were looking for you for a while, and then they were a whole thing as you left.
Was I hanging out with a guy named Rudy?
Yeah. Yeah, Rudy showed up a couple of
And
weeks
did he?
before it all started.
Was there mention of a box?
Dude, you had
Potential cryo box?
2 boxes. One that Gina, you'd won in a game
Oh.
She looks embarrassed about that.
over on Rudianos.
I think Alexi like looks over at you slowly and just like does that eyebrow raise.
When he looks, she's embarrassed, and she also clearly already knew.
It's like,
Shrugs.
well, for years we did shit here. I helped you smuggle for a while on that piece of shit ship. I'm guessing you upgraded, or you're still on Desire.
Are you calling Desire a piece of shit?
He he goes like, oh, he pulls a face like shit. Like if you made a pun about legs, talk to someone in a wheelchair, that kind of face.
Okay. Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
oops. It's like, oh, no. I'm sure you got it running great. I hadn't seen it in years. I could not speak for its present quality. Sorry, dude.
So you say the syndicate wants to talk to him, or they just want him dead?
Well, from what we know, they just want you dead. But I mean, you could try and reach out. Maybe they'd accept a payoff. I mean, they're looking for you, Gina, anyway. But they don't want you dead. They want you in that tournament. Word is, there's a lot of money to be made if you play along.
I mean, I'm willing to entertain. She nods.
He like raises his eyes.
We'll see.
I mean, I don't know, man. I could go to him myself, but Sylvia scares the shit out of me still. He used to scare the shit out of you. Shit, now you've got everything.
I bet he's super scary.
You really pissed him off, whatever you did. I mean, you never got on anyway, but he was super angry. He beat the shit out of me.
Alexi just looks over at Gina and is like, "Did I not piss everybody off as we traveled? Apparently."
I mean,
Like, I seem to have left a trail of pissed off people.
Up until not long before you lost your memories, it seems like you were alright. You were on good with these folks.
you do tend to take things to the extreme.
Me? Never.
The
He
biggest...
even does the like exasperated like hand to the chest like.
Like at the end of the day, we need to live in this world, or at least in this galaxy.
Hey, we've
If
got
Silver were
a
here,
nice...
she'd say, not necessarily. And yes, based on your whisper, Silver, you can roll me something that you think could help. There is technically a skill I'd want for that, but I don't think you've got it.
Sorry, it's okay. You don't have to interrupt. I was just putting my thoughts down.
Pretty tasty gyros sandwiches on the train. Oh, I will be right back. It's going to take me less than a minute. I'm going to mute myself on stream. You guys talk shit for 30 seconds.
Will do.
30 seconds.
Shit. Shit. Shit.
Sanji,
Shit.
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 What's your
Shit.
favorite kind?
Brown.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Complete?
Solid.
Yeah, solid's nice.
Oh
You've done me a solid. I caught a lot of shit, so yeah, I hope you did a good job. I'm not gonna check. Right. Where were we? On a train car?
On a train car.
Talking to a
Trying to
dude.
find out what the hell we did, but he doesn't know.
Yeah, he doesn't particularly know. I mean, he tells you it's not often people leave the syndicate, you know? You get blasted out the syndicate. And
Fair.
you make some headway, Silver, and that is the role that we're after, yes. But it's not working out for you at the minute.
I am taking time, so I
Ugh.
didn't put that into the equation. But go ahead.
Yeah, so you've technically not really finished yet, if you're still taking time. But yeah, like I mean, and Gina, you were never in it. Technically, I mean, it was only Alexei, but I do think that you had some kind of bargain based on the ship, and
I mean, probably.
you were definitely smuggling shit for him. I mean, maybe you fucked something up. I don't know.
Well, if they're looking for a conversation with me, I'm open to that.
I mean, yeah, definitely. I mean, I could tell him I saw you. I just don't want to tell him I saw Alexei. We are also gearing him his dead body.
I mean, if you think it's going to get you in trouble, don't put your neck out, but feel free.
Oh my god.
Oh shit, Alexi's doing it again!
Too much sugar.
Too much
Just
spicy on the
don't
gyro.
move and you'll probably be okay.
Rightio.
Alexei, like, fingers for his pistol, and he's like, well, you could tell him. We could make it convincing.
What, you want me to kill you? He says. He looks confused.
No, I put one in your leg, and you go tell him I'm the one who did it.
Alexi, stop trying to hurt your friends.
Yeah,
Just putting options on the table.
we ain't playing that one again. You fool me once. He like sits and pulls down his cargo pants and shows you a big scar on his thigh. He says, "Fool me once. Shame on you. You're not fooling me again, dickhead."
We're going to have to be careful about that, Alexi. If people have seen that trick before.
Yeah, apparently I've always been a big fan of that one.
Huh. I'm not sure how much else he's got to tell you. I mean, he can answer just about any question willingly. You don't get the feeling that he's lying to you. He does genuinely seem concerned for his safety. He tells you you're well lucky that he's off duty tonight.
At this point, just sort of general conversation, like this is a friend, or in theory was a friend. We're looking to fix that, so just sort of chatting.
You do get
not
on
about
with
creepy, not about creepy stuff like his family, but like about more neutral stuff.
Yeah. You can talk to him about betting a lot.
Absolutely. I mean, if he has any thoughts as to what their scheme is, she's all ears for that.
I'm also happy with that, Silver. You'd not quite be finished, potentially. It depends how long they're gone. But you can pause and continue. So, yeah. What was that last thing? Sorry, Gina?
If he has any ideas to what the syndicate's proposal might be, she's all ears, but sounds like probably not.
Could Quay know, or he was not part of this syndicate?
You weren't part of the syndicate either, apparently, Hui.
Yeah, sadly he would not be able to assist in this.
The guy tells you he's certain that they don't want you to win.
Well,
Like, they're not really sure that you could fully win anyway. Based on the tournament, you can bow out at a certain point with some amount of winnings, and there's several rounds to it. But the bowing out points are a bit stingy, so you could stand to make so much more by staying in it and going for a win. And
Not sure if that's insulting or complimentary, but it's something.
They've got a guy. He knows that there's a guy that we've got who we take into the final round. It's like the guy who's going to win is going to win because of the syndicate, he says.
And the more people on your team, the better your odds. Yep.
Essentially. Well.
But
Does
I mean,
does
chit
he
chatting for an
know?
hour or so, yeah.
Go on,
Sorry,
Quay.
would he know when do they want Gina to just bail out? Could he have an idea
Yeah.
of about what time?
Well, are you asking these questions to him, you mean?
Well, I guess he would type on his text to speech on the res if he knows any time or any specific where the syndicate is looking for Gina to just drop and just give them the win, or just
He's not certain. He's too low down. This is about the extent of what he's got, and you only really got flashes of memory. It's not like all your memories come back or anything. But yeah, you'll arrive, and the place is much fancier when you get off the train than that other district you just left.
Gina will pay for his ticket back.
The casino
Uh,
is, waterfront, but the bottom of the water is transparent. So it's like a huge lake. The bottom of it is space.
Oh, that's cool.
That is very cool.
It is occasionally obscured by the other cylinder section that rotates counterclockwise to yours, and you just see like farmland, but that's also a nice view, an ocean or a lake with a farm underneath it.
This is a nice area.
It is nice, and the casino's still a pyramid, but one side extends out over the water quite a distance. It's hard to explain the shape. Kind of like a half an hourglass.
Okay.
I'll draw.
Why would somebody make half an hourglass?
Because they want to time half an hour, not full hour.
Nice.
I'll polygon line you the shape of it. So there you go. That's kind of the shape of this casino. I could have just used the measure tool. Viewed in profile. And the waterfront is like there next to it.
Cool.
Nice.
And it's got this huge like tournament room, specially made, as well as just being an extra fancy casino, hotel, resort place. It's got a theme park in it. It's got everything. Like, you could spend your entire life in this thing and never get bored. You think it is a city unto itself.
I'm confident Gina could.
Dread style mega building scale. Probably
I'm
got.
already registered. Go ahead.
I was going to say more staff than most countries' armies.
I mean,
It's a true mega block.
it's a Vegas casino.
Yeah, everything I'm describing could just be a Vegas casino. Very nice, very good.
Well, this shouldn't take me too long. If you guys are looking to avoid the limelight or whatever, you might want to hang back.
Yeah, we'll shadow in behind her, I think.
Okay.
Just kind of. They're not expecting Alexei to be in any fancy suit, right? Like,
Not
like,
yet.
so yeah. I mean, Alexei will just go blend into the crowd. Keep an
Okay.
eye on Gina.
You going James Bond style?
Yeah.
Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. But you've not got grease stains, at least. I'm open.
No, yeah, he's in a super
Because, like,
fancy fucking suit.
you will see people in shorts and Hawaiian shirts, but you're wearing that tailored bulletproof suit.
Oh yeah.
Wear that thing everywhere. Bro code.
He's got fucking 10 of them.
Amazing.
It's like,
Although, actually, I think he's got 9 of them now.
no, yeah, legit. People be asking Alexei, do you only have one outfit? Go to his wardrobe. Yes. Or I've got an abundance of this one at least, so the others get forgotten about. Ridiculous. Okay, cool. You can enjoy your cocktails, minor gambling if you like. Roll carousing. On the nose. Gina, roll compulsive carousing.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna roll carousing also.
Like, it might draw you in like just 10 minutes before I register. I've still got time. Look at your watch. I've still got an hour.
I love it. But no, I'm rolling her compulsive gambling though.
Oh.
Hey, let's go do some gambling.
Yeah,
It'll be
you
fun.
legit leave it to the last like second. Have you told him about your plans for tomorrow yet, Silver? The guy you met on the dark web that can hook you up.
I mean, I checked to make sure it's reputable.
Yeah, no, you know, it's reputable enough. It's a real race. But did you tell him? It's funnier if you didn't, really, for this moment. So
No.
you didn't.
I did not. I'm angry at Alexei.
Yeah. You head straight over to the animal racing. They race woon on this station. Or, actually, it'd be on this planet. Oh, yeah, they'd race them across this desert planet. Sick.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
And there's a big race tomorrow that's got a surprise special entrant, Silver Live, and it flashes up, Silver on your data screen, stills from her stream. It seems she's gotten a bit popular in this place.
100% a picture of her doing the like.
The piece.
Nice.
There you go. That's what pops up. It's like she's gonna be racing Daisy. Untested in racing, but from pure stock, good strong stock. It shows the lineage even, and like it shows stats of Daisy's grandma.
So Gino is about to like call and do a stern phone talking to or whatever, but gets distracted by the stats and wondering how she's gonna do. And
Apparently the race isn't for another week. But Silver, you needed to see a guy on this station tomorrow about it.
Oh, I thought you said the race was tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah, I've retconned so I can put you in a slightly bigger race and send you down to this planet for something.
Okay.
in that case, I have time for a stern call. Gina's gonna call Silver.
Yep.
Hey, are you racing this week?
Yep.
Okay. Good luck.
Thank you.
I'd be careful about insert name of writer. They're pretty aggressive.
Sabubu? Sabulba.
Yeah,
Sabulba
watch
is
out.
his name.
Watch out for Sabulba.
I don't know. I kind of like Sabubu.
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 San boo boo.
Alright, watch out for Sabubu. They don't usually win, but they also don't always finish, and they take people with them.
Is a real slime ball. That's the tagline when Sabubu comes up. Sabubu, the slime ball, Satan. Yes, his surname is Satan. He is ugly as fuck. Appearance modifier like -4 to reactions. Virgin on monstrous.
But anyways, good luck.
Thank you.
Hang up.
Very stern.
So
There wasn't a rush. I have time,
after you win, lose,
and it doesn't actually matter.
break even, yep, go get registered. You would like speak to a receptionist or probably just a waiter guy, and then important people in suits would come and speak to you, take you to a private office, say that they were a bit worried that you wouldn't show up. They're excited and happy to have you in the tournament. Obviously, you've qualified, and it's not a small tournament. There's hundreds and hundreds, probably a good 500 people entering at least. But still quite rigorous testing.
Well, I'm glad I was able to make it, and she will hand over her jewelry box.
Given your extensive history with the hotel, we can more than happily accommodate. And you're paying with the jewelry box. So yeah, that'll be inspected. They'll have a guy with a loop, or no, a woman, a really tall, skinny woman. I love the tall, skinny spacer woman. Taking a look with a loop and saying, this more than covers it. We can even arrange some change. We'll be offering a room for all participants, of course.
Could you upgrade my room instead?
We absolutely could. We were
Great.
already confident that, I mean, here are your odds for people to bet on you. And they show you. It's not too bad. Someone who knows gambling odds, tell me some odds that's like expected to not win but maybe come in the top 10.
1 to 5.
1 to 5?
Maybe lower if it's a really large field, but depends on whether or not the extra people actually have a chance or not.
Yeah, either way, it goes down to like 1 to 50 or some shit. Or like even more than that, I don't know. What's the highest odds you ever saw?
It gets to like ridiculous, like in the hundreds for like the guy who.
Especially for a tournament with like 300 people, there's going to be 1,000 to 1 odds.
Okay, so yeah, you're like 1 to 10, right? Or is it 10 to 1?
10 to 1, I think. It
It doesn't actually matter that much.
Yeah, no, it really doesn't.
The relative meaning is what's important, and her odds are okay.
Her odds are okay. So they are willing to use the excess to comp you straight up to like the Grandmaster's suite level. There is one available. They keep them spare. If in the event that you lost before the final 2 rounds, you would have to vacate it, unfortunately.
Of course.
But they'll offer you a refund at that point of any spare leftover money. And at that point, you'd have already won a lot more money.
She's very happy with this arrangement. And we'll go and find her friends.
And what do you think this is? Just like classic poker? I feel like poker would probably only get more popular in the future.
I imagine classic poker, but I could also imagine one of those sort of made-up games like Baccarat, where there aren't really rules. I know there are rules to Baccarat, but like movie Baccarat,
100%
where there isn't.
It's made up, yeah. Or maybe it's Mahjong. Maybe it's just a huge Mahjong tournament. I mean, that's already lasted like 1,000 years, right?
Fair.
So it probably lasted another 1,000.
If it's Mahjong, could Koi play if he doesn't have any? No, this is like high odds, right?
Yeah, this is like super high roller stuff. You would not get invited to this tournament, but you can still gamble.
I mean, that said, though, like if the tournament is happening, there's probably lots of side games happening.
Oh yeah, it's the game of the week. This thing happens every year, but it's still a big deal. And there's like millions on the line, hundreds of millions for the winner.
Mahjong's like 100 years old.
Oh really?
Developed in the 19th century.
That's just racism, assuming all Chinese things are ancient and mystical on my part.
Yeah, I
I
guess so.
apologize, China.
Poker actually is older than Mahjong.
They switched back to tarot, playing cards with tarot cards like the Italians used to. So it's poker,
That
but
just sounds dangerous.
instead of the king of spades, you like put down the ten of wands.
That sounds extremely dangerous in a role-playing game.
Death inverted. We're all just throwing tarot cards around at each other. One of us turns into like just a mannequin suddenly.
And then I play the Dark Magician Girl in attack mode.
Has me nostalgic for Deadlands.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournaments added a new rule saying that if you're too smelly, you can be ejected. So some people at Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournaments must have been real smelly.
Anyway,
Probably intentionally.
No.
I mean, yeah, it's like a chemical weapon against your opponent.
Sorry, she's right though. Anyway,
People shower, please.
Terra's like,
Recommended by the Cobra Cafe.
Terra over there, like, they made that rule because of me. Move on.
so it sounds like we sign up on time, but Gina gets distracted, so it's a relatively late night of gambling.
That does sound like it, and in that case, Silver, you do gain access.
awesome. Take pictures.
There's some nice things in there.
I am cataloging them all.
Yeah, that guy'd leave when he realizes that you're going to be at the casino a while. He checks out. He's going to hop on a train and go back for morning. And he's not going to tell him shit about anyone, because now that you've signed up, they'll know straight away. He didn't even want to
Fair.
go in the casino, in fact. As soon as he... Yeah.
When we got to the station, Gina would have offered to pay for his ticket back immediately.
Yeah, he would have taken that straight away. And just jumped straight back on train.
She can do a trivial ticket. If we're not doing a car, I'm sure she can afford it without a roll.
Yeah, just to see easy affordable without a roll. Probably, actually, you can get it for free if you're not moving a full car. Not got a cabin. Anyway.
Fair. Mass transit.
You could even end up just staying at the hotel, Gina.
There's stuff to be taken care of.
There is fairly a few things.
So tomorrow comes?
Tomorrow comes. Silver wants to go back to the shuttle to get Daisy out and take Daisy somewhere to have her checked out. You can just ride an animal
I
around
assume
in
there's
this city.
Transit.
You
I assume there's transit.
Yeah, there's
to
mass
get
transit.
Animals that don't need cuddle.
You can have Daisy moved. You can rent
Yeah,
a...
I mean, if they're still at the place gambling and shit, she'll...
set off
I mean,
yourself.
we're back by tomorrow.
Yeah, they're back by the
Okay.
morning.
What?
It's like a 26-hour clock in Canaan, based off of I forgot the name of it. The planet that you're orbiting right now was rotational period. Senua. So yeah, bit longer. You get a couple of hours extra sleep, but still you guys are back.
Excellent.
Probably a bit tired, a bit hungover. A little bit poorer as well. For now. A lot
It's alright.
poorer for now for Gina. Now that box is in the hotel safe. Casino safe. That safe is amazing.
The real wealth is what we learned along the way.
No, it's the friends we made along the way.
Look, I didn't find what I was initially looking for at all.
What were you looking for?
trying to be a Snoopy Snoop on.
Oh no, yeah, you do find that there is
Like,
something of sorts like that in there.
I totally take pictures of every page.
Oh god, you're awful.
I'm awful.
Error child.
Yeah, absolute nightmare child.
Boy is still proud.
No matter what.
Yeah.
I assume she cleans up before we get back.
There's actually not cleaning to do.
I mean,
Tidy up any
tidying
elite
up any evidence.
evidence
Oh,
of
yeah.
bad things you did.
So morning comes.
Morning comes. You're all signed up. Anyone going with Silver to demonstrate the wound? Make sure it's ready.
I think Wade does have to make
Sure.
If we're welcome, I'd love to.
Yeah, I'm sure this guy expects there to be at least one adult present. Although if he's watched Silver's streams, which it seems like he has. So you get Daisy there, and it's a nice place, you know. It's there is grassland and park space on this cylinder, and he keeps the wound there in a big, I say big, relatively
Like an
big
equestrian center.
pasture space. Yeah, there's lots of animals about. It's kind of like a large zone for ranching, animal rearing. God, that fucker shows up everywhere, doesn't he? And
Space and time, through dimensions, the banana persists.
give me an animal handling, please. Just for generally having been looking after Daisy, taking her for a ride as well. Give me riding.
Alright. And here's the writing. Gotta find it first. I have so many skills. There we go. I don't do well on the animal handling this time.
No, she's a little bit edgy. Yeah, she's very edgy today. It's not. It's like the worst day you've ever had with her, honestly.
So are you going to hire a jockey or are you going to ride yourself?
I'm writing.
Oh, she's an angry bird. But you can ride her good enough. Do you know about
Maybe
the
there's
race?
some treat you could use to ease her anginess.
That's part of the animal handling. She's
Yeah.
just having
Oh.
a day. What's the what do you call it? I would have looked up the race before.
Yeah, so
But explain it, and so us as players know.
it's a like a cross country over desert dunes sort of thing. It takes a whole day, essentially, 24 hours of racing.
So it's more like those long-term Arabia, like oh shit, what do they call
The Paris
something
Dakar kind
Arabia?
of thing.
Yeah,
And
less Kentucky Derby.
yeah, that Hidalgo film, I think. But it's like a race across the desert. And you take supplies with you, obviously. And people don't really die because it's televised. There's drones following you around. But the birds have been known to die if they get pushed too hard.
Well, I'm not in it to win. I'm in it for the views.
Yeah, you had terrible odds. People who saw her advertised yesterday. Like breaking gambling news going in with
I mean, brand new rider, celebrity thing. Yep.
absolutely a publicity sort of thing. But
100% a stunt.
this guy he's got you in it already, essentially. He just wants to see to make sure you're not going to die.
I mean, somebody's already selling the plushies.
Yeah, for sure. Someone in addition to Silver. So yeah, he does look a bit anxious for you. He's like, I just don't want you to get hurt. Don't want your bird to get hurt. She's a fine one. I made so much money on her grandma. Lady Featherting.
That's a great name.
Oh, she's from Great Stock. It's a shame you didn't stick with the scheming. The lady.
To be fair, I don't even remember buying her, and then like nuzzle in her chest.
Raises an eyebrow. This wound
She
like
does.
cost as much as your VR rig supercomputer.
She does weird things when she drinks. Don't worry about it.
Frown at you.
Her eyebrow. I'm probably more 13 or 14 at this point than 12 anymore.
Still.
Yeah.
Well, you're in the race. You'll need to be on planet at the start compound by this time, and it's like in about half a week.
Was my thing first or Gina's thing first?
Your thing's first, and then yours lasts a couple of days total. You'll need to be down there, and then Gina's is like a week after that.
Makes sense they would stagger the various events.
Yeah, gamblers got to lose their money on 2 different ways in a short period.
Absolutely.
Of time. Yeah.
It's kind of the season for it, really. It feels like a sort of festival season generally on the planet. Both of them are, or right now, Senua's at winter, while Rudianos is at summer. So it's the nicest time to be on both planets.
All right. So now what we got to do is get Alexi in a car race kind of thing, or like a flying race, and then get
Way in a kung fu
Hayu
competition.
into a kung fu competition if it's the gambling week.
I mean, we could do
There's
this.
space races in the system.
Oh, there are space races in the system. Not for the class of either of the ships that you've got, though.
No, but I could be like, hey, do you have any know any guys that do ship racing? I have a fantastic pilot here.
Well, there's the big one coming up, obviously. You've already seen adverts for it everywhere, actually, people. Yeah, it takes like at least a week, generally. The fastest time anyone's ever done it is about 6 days.
Is it a small scale ship? Is it like?
Yeah, it's like a tiny 2-man shuttle. And it's entirely on reaction fuel. And
Nice.
so it's just a huge fuel tank, huge engine, tiny cockpit with 2 seats. That gets very smelly in a 7 to 14 day period, as people
Like,
race from like, and the course changes to keep it sort of a similar distance, but it's dependent on the alignment of the planets.
Do you know anyone who has a vehicle but no pilot?
Know me personally, but there's places you can check. And he'd put you onto the right place to look for that.
Awesome. Then we need to get like, yeah, hey, we went to kung fu. Let's do gambling week.
Gambling month, more like.
Gambling month.
I think Alexi needs to deal with this
Syndicate
issue.
Yeah.
More important than coming. Yeah, they're gonna get extra pissed if suddenly you're in a.
So, do you want to try to talk to him, or what's the deal?
I could talk to
Well,
him again.
What about you make the initial approach and see what they have to say to you?
That sounds fair. If they ask if I know where you are, because like we're known associates.
I mean, don't get yourself in trouble.
So it takes better part. Well, it takes all morning, and you have lunch, and then take Daisy back to the shuttle?
I mean, I assume it would be better for her to get used to the gravity and stuff, and if this guy is sponsoring me, probably
Yeah, actually,
good idea
he'll
to
let you
stable
keep
her.
her there. This place is like 30 minutes on transit from Alexi and Gina's apartment, an hour away from the casino, an hour away from the shuttle.
Yeah, I think that's best, and maybe we could have a business discussion about getting a stud in there.
It'll ruin a racing capability. So if you want to race her in the future, I'd wait a few more years. He'll tell you about that.
Okay.
um,
Really, it would? She plays legs anyway.
it's,
I don't think it would.
yeah, you think that might be an urban legend. But mainly, I think it's because they rear the child for quite a few years. So it wouldn't make her bad at racing, it'd just put her out of action for a few years.
Okay.
Because she's not as good at racing while she's got a baby, according to this guy.
I would have an adorable little fuzzball.
Yeah, you would have the cutest creature ever. They're so tiny when they come out the eggs. They get so big.
But anyway,
Where are you going then? After you arrange to leave Daisy there, probably come back and visit her every day.
yeah.
What's your destination? Where are you staying? There's room for everyone to stay in Gina's room at the hotel. She's got a Grandmaster suite.
Is she letting people in again, or?
I suspect that doesn't actually start
Come up.
until the tournament starts, right?
Oh, yeah, you've not got that. Well, you've got the room now already, based on the extra from your stuff.
Oh, yeah, sure. I
don't know, don't offer it to him if you don't think you straight up would.
I'm more questioning whether she would even want it for herself that early.
I see.
Like if they offered it to her, she probably would have declined.
You've still not had time to move any of your stuff over just yet. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
mostly it's that she's still exploring her own apartment.
Oh, okay, got you. So, but
She
that's
wants to stay there for a few days.
everyone wants to go back to Gina and Alexi's then.
Well, not Alexi's, because that place is.
A shithole.
Nor do I think it's actually Alexi's.
No, yeah, it's
Yeah.
Ways. It's Ways.
We should figure out where your place is at some point.
Probably the
Yeah.
ship.
It's probably the ship.
Yeah.
Houseboat.
Yeah, that could be.
You had to get rid
Yeah,
of the crocodile after it ate. Poor what's his face? Who are you replaced?
All right, well, let's see
Beaver.
if we can take care of this syndicate problem. Sorry, you were saying something, Luke.
You park in the upstairs garage this time. I'm guessing Alexi still took his car.
Yeah.
Probably.
And it is a much nicer garage, and it still opens for you. And there's cars as nice, a lot nicer than yours. But yours does stand out, given that it was built in a different system entirely.
Okay.
Like, the style is just really different. It's like, if you go to Japan, all the cars there look really different. Everyone's driving the cubes and the small vans. And I saw one of the small vans in this country a couple of weeks ago, and they really do stand out. So yeah, weird fancy sports car gonna stand out.
Awesome.
But way less on this parking floor. I just don't even know how to ask this. What's your marching order as you walk from the parking garage to Gina's apartment?
Everybody roll a d6.
It is a trip to a stairwell and elevator bank, and then into an elevator. And then you step out of the elevator and you can see Gina's door from there.
I think we all get stuck at the door together.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it seems like.
And Alexei, you're just wearing that suit still?
Yeah.
So
He's always in the suit.
there's a guy stood leaning against Gina's apartment door, with his back to it, like, and as the elevator pinged and started to open, it clearly turned his head over towards you all. And it starts
My
opening.
Complet reflexes kick in.
I mean, it could. He's not raising a gun or anything. Straight away, the first thing he does is he says, "Oh, this was easy."
As soon as since I have that, can I go into action?
Yeah, you can. As soon as he says, "Oh, this
Alright.
was easy," I mean,
You
it's like,
want to make a hallway for us or something?
yeah. I mean, I've got a few that I can transmogrify really quick, or it might already be in here actually.
I mean, just a few lines indoors will work also.
Yeah.
It really would. I'm already going to transmogrify. Fuck it. Sorry.
He's got something that looks good.
Yeah, when I know that I could just get something that looks good straight away. Oh, nice, and it didn't start archived.
There's a bunch of dead vampires, though.
Yeah, there probably are a bunch of dead vampires. Motorcycles, what have you.
Sigrid and...
Don't get too attached.
Well, this is a really fancy hallway.
Yeah, right? I mean, compare
I mean,
it
it's
to
the
the place that
it's
you
the
live.
nice building.
Makes sense.
So where do we come out on the elevator?
Up at the north here, it's this one that you came out of. And Gina's apartment is this one over here.
And the height difference on this? Is it a dip or a...
That is down like a good 6 meters.
Okay, so
So
don't...
there's like a railing.
Mhm.
That's about it.
Yeah, the railing goes up to, it's 4.5 feet high.
So we see the top of the tree, not the trunk of the tree.
Mhm.
And we're at gravity 0, right?
Yeah, there's
Modifiers?
no penalties for gravity.
Okay.
It's slightly lower than standard. So, oh yeah, I'll get turnover up
Did
here, I
Liv
suppose.
come with us to the casino? Oh, sorry. Lee's confused.
We were coming back from the.
Yep.
Yep.
Momentary brain fart. That's all.
Oh no, I've got some duplicates. I can delete the ones that aren't. I can find them. Everyone still
Yep.
see themselves?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You need a roll.
Yep.
Drag your
I
thing.
don't think I'm there. I said that Way was gonna go pay his things. Not sure if that's gonna be after this or
Oh, you
and I'm
can-
with you or not.
You can do it all through your datapad.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
okay. Then yeah, I could be with you guys. Let me put myself.
And yeah, you all squished out the elevator at the same time.
Okay.
we all rolled a 4. We're all kind of fighting a little bit over it.
I like because
You
it
all-
wasn't all ones though, so we all hesitated briefly to let everybody else go, and then we all stepped at the same time.
You all kind of need the bathroom, and there's only 2 bathrooms in the apartment.
But
So,
he said this is easy, and then my instincts kicked in.
well, this were easy. And Hui, no one's doing anything combat-y, except for Silver. So, Silver.
Okay, I think what's my move again? There. Okay, and there. And then behind the railing there. Is it a solid railing or is it like slitted?
It is. It's got gaps, wide gaps. Yeah, big enough for a
Okay.
child like you to fit through if you wanted to.
Well, no, she was just she's just
Oh,
kind of
so
crouching down a little bit. So
I see. There is enough cover to fully hide your body, though.
Yeah.
But not everywhere. Alexi, Silver Star's running. Are you doing anything?
Okay, so there's this guy in front of the door,
Yeah,
and he hasn't really done anything except say that was easy.
correct.
Alexi like walks to right here.
That's more of a
Oh,
jog,
that's
but
what is your move, man?
Oh wait, wrong character.
still a fair jog. And as you move like that, this guy is gonna sigh. He says, "Oh, come on, guys," and pulls out a gun from inside his jacket pocket. Gina?
She'll take a couple steps forward and say, and put her hands up in kind of a calming manner or gesture and say, "Seriously, guys, chill."
Wait.
Play turns in this. What's happened?
So, as the
I
elevator
think
door
that's a perfect.
opened, there were a guy stood outside Gina's door. And he said, "Oh, well, that were easy," when he saw all of you stepping out at the same time. And
No, that
Silver.
was what Quay said. That's he
Oh.
just
He
steps
did.
next to
He
Gina.
turned around
What
and said,
happened?
What?
What happens? Sorry. I'm sorry. Dumbass moment from me. Silver?
Copper.
Yep. Alexi?
Put it away. Who are you?
He doesn't point it at you, but he holds it pointing, upwards. He says, "You don't remember me?" Gina?
"We call him?" she says.
Wait.
Ooh. And he takes another step.
Silver?
That's it.
Aim.
Are you doing it sneaky?
I mean, yeah. I'm like eyeing him around the corner, and it looks like I'm just like it's my wrist mounted one that I'm aiming.
Yeah. So I think it still needs to be sneaky to, not just be pointing your arm at him threateningly.
Stealth.
Yeah. Alexi?
No, I don't.
I'm calm. I didn't expect to see all you here. Gina, it seems like you're all calm except for Silver, though.
Right.
I'm just aiming until something happens.
He's not going to point the gun at any of you, and nor is he going to start shooting, so I'm going to continue. I did not expect to see you here, Alexi. I thought you were smarter than that.
Apparently not.
Seems I could take you in alive. If you're open to that. Or, and he starts raising his left hand to the side. I should have pointed out he's wearing sunglasses. To the frame of his sunglasses to pinch it. Or, and as he does it slowly, I could call Jonesy and tell him you're here.
Wait, he touched his side of his glasses when he said call
No,
Jonesy?
he's not. He's motioning to the side of his glass and saying, "Or I could call Jonesy."
Yeah. But does the call Jonesy thing come off as like he's doing a command?
Oh
Like,
no,
is
I
he
see.
dialing the phone?
It could be.
Like computer
could be.
usage?
It could be, but it doesn't really come off like that. I don't think.
I don't think you want to do either of those options.
Well, I could always call someone else and tell them you're here. I feel
Look,
like
Now what?
you came to talk to me. Let's have a talk. If you want to do something about him, you can later.
well, we came just to see if you were here. Seeing as you paid your deposit and got yourself a nice hotel room, I figured I would be here all day and see no one. So I'm pretty pleased you showed up. Honestly, we've got a car we were gonna take here if you did show up. That amenable? It's on the hover deck. Hover deck.
Take me where?
Talk to the boss. Needs a good name. Boss needs a good name.
Berneo.
Beneo. Talk to Beneo. I like it with a Y.
It's a good name. Boss Reneo.
The name triggers something for you, Alexi. You're like, oh, Beneo. Yeah, I do recall a Beneo. You catch an image of him. Really short guy. Bald on top, but with the sides still. Drinking strong spirits and smoking big fat blunts always, as you remembered him.
Well, I don't have a lot of interest in talking to him, no.
Well, he's either going to want to talk to you or your body. You can't just piss off with a debt like you did. And Gina, you've accrued a
Well,
bitter interest on yours. We didn't think you'd both leave so fast.
well, I'm happy to talk to him, but I'm not really interested in being in the room when they have their conversation. That might get shooty.
Yeah, it might.
So, pick one of us.
I ain't got time for
And
Well, why
that.
don't you talk to Gina and we can set up a neutral ground kind of meeting with Beneo.
Well,
I'll talk to him, but not on his turf.
shit. How much have you forgot? It's all his turf.
Well then. Doesn't sound like I'll have a conversation with him then.
You willing to come, Gina?
Yeah, of course.
Alright, great. Alexi, get the fuck out of here.
By the way, ever you couldn't have moved there, you would have fallen 6 meters down.
Yeah, correct.
Oh.
That is a gap, by the way, and it's a railing there in the middle.
I thought it was like a little plaza.
No, it's
It is, but 6 meter drop plaza.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank
There you go.
Lexi just drops the 6 meters.
Awesome.
Alright, I'm out. Boop.
You might be alright there.
I mean, actually, that...
It lets you negate, or it lets you reduce the technical distance by a certain amount. So you might be alright. I can't remember. Alright, great. It's this way. Obviously. He's walking towards you. Can I put this away? Is it safe?
I mean, you're welcome to, but
Was there no reaction from him from Alexi jumping off of the balcony?
Oh, so you legit jumped
Okay.
off?
Yeah.
Then, yeah, no, not much of one. He still told him to get the fuck out of there. If anything, he looks pleased. am going to check catfall. It's probably just in acrobatics as well. I can get there a lot quicker.
Like, I will text, like, it to Gina, like, I could paralyze this guy. No problem.
She texts back without making any motion to do so. That would just make it worse.
I thought so. You can reduce the effective distance of a fall by 5 yards. So essentially it becomes a meter.
1 yard?
Yeah.
1 meter.
Okay.
Nice.
So yeah, it's an easy drop for you. We an acrobatic roll after it.
Yeah, I succeeded by 8.
Yeah, you look baller. That guy catches a glimpse of you spring into the darkness like the Batman. Super
And then I wanna
lanky,
get-
skinny Batman.
And then I want to go back up the stairs, and I want to start following him.
Oh, sick. Is anyone going with Gina? Because he'll walk over here. He will put his hand to his headset, Silver, and he'll start saying, Jonesy.
You just wait a second. I need to get my book.
He takes his hand away and he says, yeah, no problem.
She lets him come with, but she does legitimately want to get like her accounting book. Like, obviously, they're about to go talk about debts.
Got it. And he comes out. He says, yeah, Jonesy, Gina's here. Yeah, I didn't think she would be either. She's coming up. Give us 5 or 10 minutes. Warm her up. Why am I touching my own glasses? I suppose you lot can see me.
It's kind of a polite way of letting the rest of the world know when he's talking to somebody else.
That too.
Good call not telling him about,
Yeah, well, that kid's clearly pointing something at me. She is rabid. You're not coming, are you, child? You? Hui?
Hui kind of like motions the hand to like lower the weapon.
Motion
Shakes his head.
to Silver, or...
No, yeah, kind of like puts
Yeah.
his hand over her hand and kind of like lowers it down, kind of like shakes his head. Like there's no need.
He finally puts his gun away as well. Stands in your doorway, Gina, while you grab your stuff.
And she does so. And she doesn't make it wait too long.
So, when I go up the stairs, do I hear him say that he's coming up for Jonesy?
Yeah.
I want to go back up to the top, and I want to like find Jonesy's ride.
Yep. You find it. Give me a stealth as well. I'm sure you don't want to be spotted by Jonesy. You can assume he knows what you look like.
Yeah.
Well, he is dressing
Baller.
spiffy, right?
That makes you stand out more as well.
I think if he's in like a crowd, but I'm not sure he'd stand out more when he's like hiding against a wall.
No, yeah, exactly. That too.
Like-
Yeah, your suit does not give you a penalty to stealth, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah, you spot the one that's definitely it. You can hear its engines humming. They're remarkably quiet, these things.
I want to sneak myself into the trunk.
You try to sneak into the trunk. Give me a mechanic check first, at -2 to get it open. You can take your time.
Okay.
You can get up to a +2 from waiting, and you heard Gina say that she needs to grab something.
Okay. Yeah, I'll offset that, and then
And you can like see the elevator doors from where you are as well.
boom, boom. There we go. I don't know how many penalties you want to put in place for.
Ooh. Yeah, you managed to get it open. Give me a stealth as well. Oh yeah, that's a good roll. You managed to pop it and slide inside. pull it back shut, and it doesn't reopen within a minute, so you think you're good.
Excellent. And then just snap Gina a quick text like, I'm in Jonesy's trunk.
You do indeed, Silver.
Jonesy doesn't know.
Gina, you'd probably spot that.
Yep, she responds with a what?
Just be chill.
C'est facile.
Why? Why the hell would you tell me?
I don't know.
I mean, out of character, there's lots of legitimate reasons to tell me. Like, on the off chance, yeah,
But
Like
still,
he goes to open the trunk or something to put his bag in.
exactly.
Yeah, like I'm thinking reasons like that, but I think you get back, I don't know.
still, it definitely, it'd be a lot easier to keep that a secret if you didn't know it even were a thing.
That's true. That's true.
You and Silver are spending too much time together. You get a
But,
text.
It's not that much, Silver, but it's like a contractual thing. We're about to get to it as well. So they walk out.
I just wanted to make sure if it was like in the ridiculous region, I could do some warning.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, it's not. It's not as bad as
Okay.
it were back on Hedatet.
Okay.
So Silver and Hui not going with him.
No,
I mean, I don't
but
think
anyway,
I-
we can. Sorry, go on.
I don't think I'd be welcome, nor I want to go.
Same.
You get taken to a fancy restaurant. Gina.
She wasn't expecting a torture chamber.
And you get led through into a private back room where it's like evening by this point. Oh no, it's a late lunch. This guy's eating a big late lunch.
Nice.
He's got a few cronies in here with him. There's a few people sat around the table. And he says, Gina, it's been a while. A year or so?
Boss Bernino. Good to see you. May I?
Good. Of course. And someone steps forward and pulls the chair out for you.
She'll sit down.
They're all immaculately dressed in suits. The people stood around the room, and no, the rest of them are dressed like slobs. Bernio and the other old men at the table. So, what's the deal?
I was hoping you might tell me. I'm in town for the tournament.
Lost your memory, right? That's what the word on the
She
street
nods.
is.
Not completely, but there are holes.
You owe me a bit of money, Gina. I spotted you and you ran off with it. Some shit about a spider? I don't know what you mean.
You don't want to know.
Well, you owe me. And soon as you ran off without saying nothing, we never talk about it much, but you're aware of the interest I charge on my loans, Gina.
Does she have any idea how much the initial thing was?
You do, because you saw the money you gambled to get the spider with, and it were like 50,000-ish that he spotted you. So by now it'd be like, $1 million or something. for in normal circumstances, you'd have been able to pay it back within a week if you'd have known about it, kind of thing. Also,
Sure, sure. So how much do I need to give you now?
right now, I'm happy for pretty much nothing. But I'm gonna want, you know, you to do something for me in the tournament.
I'm happy to talk finances, but I'm not going to throw away my chances of winning if that's what you're proposing. Not unless you make it more than just a threat.
He leans forward and says, "You can come second for all I like, but you can't win. I will pay you half of the prize pot if you get to second and bow out. Oh no, if you get to the final round and bow out, that's like the top 5 or something.
Like last table type thing or whatever.
Yeah. And you get to keep like a certain amount if you bow out there. If you've still got it to keep.
But you're offering half of what?
The full price, but I'll make it worth your while. I'll make it real worth your while, Gina. More than, like, if you walk away at that round and take the money, then you'll make way more than the prize pot would have been.
You got somebody that's in it for more than just the money?
There's a lot of money to be made by people betting on my guy. And I've got a lot of people betting on my guy. If I know I can fully trust you, then I might let you know who my guy is.
She suddenly looks really embarrassed. Right. Sorry.
Don't worry about it.
Space hibernation does weird things to you.
Yeah, that's why I stay put. So how much can I trust you, Gina?
Honestly, probably not that much. But I'll take your deal.
He smiles.
Didn't even need a greed check.
It's a good deal.
She'll have to make the greed check when she's at the final table, and she has a chance of actually winning.
Yeah, that's
the greed check.
That's where the greed check comes into play. Maybe with all the chips on the table, I can justify a penalty.
Probably.
I had a couple of things. Alexi, yeah, that's not a problem. Give me another check. Yeah, there we go. Guy and Jonesy does not notice you sneak out of the car. The other guy, who I don't think I've given a name, he went into the restaurant with you. Bono. Bono and Bernio have been have been sharing looks. Like they're giving you an opportunity to prove something to them, Gina.
Fair.
And then Bono says, Alexi were we, boss. He got away. He's a quick bastard. And so he is back. What a dickhead. You can't just say you want out and you want the ship and then disappear. I mean, he's nicked it. I gave him a price. If he's not willing to pay it, then so be it. He does not need to steal my ship, my excellent smuggling enterprise. And then not only that, right? Wait.
I'm sorry, your ship?
My ship. I financed the bastard. Maybe not all of it, but a decent enough share. A good portion.
She comes a little bit down off her high horse.
And I covered so much fuel for that boy while he were making his connections, and now I hear that he has been smuggling all over the systems from here to wherever. My accent changes at a whim, I tell you.
Sounds like you two need to have a talk.
Yeah, we do. So if you see him again, then send him my way.
I'll let him know. And she'll send a text. He'd like to talk to you.
I call Gina.
She responds, but she doesn't speak out loud because she's worried about.
I just say put him on.
She pauses. Actually, and do you mind if I pull up my phone?
He
I don't want to reach into my pocket and hear without announcing it.
He's, he just smiles. The bodyguards definitely get ready, but, you know, don't.
She takes out the phone and hands it over.
Yeah, they don't riddle you full of bullets.
If you press 1, I think he actually would like to talk to you.
It presses it. Alexi?
It makes it beep, but doesn't actually matter.
Beep.
Beneo. I see you, or I bet you're still smoking those cheap cigars.
Yeah, but only for, you know, the case.
So I hear we've got something to talk about.
Yeah. Why'd you skip town?
I had another job. I didn't feel I needed to bother you with anything, and then things did not go so well.
You got trade secrets, son. You were practically made. And you're clearly not going straight. Because I heard that you just sold a nuclear warhead in my system.
Wow. You're just as good as you ever were.
I'm gonna need a percentage, Alexi. I'm gonna need a percentage of everything.
See, that's where we got a problem. I don't have the percentage. Nor do I have a driving desire or need to pay you that percentage.
Yeah, you tell him.
You're upsetting me, Alexi. I don't want to make things difficult for you. Gina could be quite useful to us in the competition. I don't want to ruin my friendship with her.
Hey, I mean, if you and her can work out a mutually beneficial deal, I say you do it. You know, as long as she's not being unduly coerced into such an arrangement.
Oh, I think this is all of your own volition, Gina, right? It's on speakerphone, I'm sure.
She does the motion with her hand,
He rolls
but
his
just
eyes.
more or less.
Oh, my question to you, Alexi, would be like, which one? Because there are 4 plus Bono, and then like 4 guys at the table with Gina who've been quiet so far.
Who's his main guy?
The main guy, you can tell, beefy fella behind him directly.
Nice hat.
Nice hat.
Yeah. Tara's quoting Firefly.
I see. Okay. You're a nuisance. I either need my peace, or I need you to stop doing shit on my territory without me getting me cut. You can go clean, or you can stay in the syndicate. Which is it going to be?
So you're just claiming that the entire galaxy is your territory?
Just about, yeah.
I can't operate outside this galaxy? Well, you just said that you stay put, so I don't see what the fuck you're gonna do about our business beyond this station.
You're disrespecting me, Alexei, he says. We can
I don't
play
want to be.
nice.
I'm out. You sent guys to fuck with us.
Who'd I send to fuck with you?
Well, apparently people have got kill on sight orders for me, so, you know, everybody on this station.
He rolls his eyes again, but only Gina sees that, obviously. It's like, it's all hyperbole, Alexei. Big talk.
But yeah, then why is it that Janice took a shot at me?
You've been speaking to Jenny?
Not much speaking.
There wasn't much speaking. Let me roll an acting. I'm trying to convince him that, like, whenever he finds out anything from Janice, that I'm trying to keep Janice alive.
Okay, he says, have you killed my Jenny?
No, he slipped away.
He turns to one of the bodyguards in the room. Oh no, he just says to Bono. He says, Bono, go find out if Jenny's okay. And Bono's like, yeah, boss. He says, if my boy Jay's hurt, there's gonna be a world of pain for you, Alexei. Negotiations off the table if you hurt my Jay.
Well, I didn't hurt him. Never got the chance.
Of course you didn't. What were you thinking? Well, I'm willing to, lift the order. I mean, clearly Jay took it too serious. But I'm gonna need my peace, or I'm gonna need you to quit it. I don't like the looks of this business you got. Moving all this scary stuff around. What are you playing at?
People need stuff.
We choose who
I'm
we sell
getting it
to
to them.
very carefully. And it just so happens that you're undercutting us on some of those.
Well, that just sounds like good business. I hear that with two organizations working competitively, it's good for everybody.
It's just like groans. It's like, you disrespected me too hard, Alexei.
God, you're so glad Silver's not here.
This conversation's over. Next time I talk to
Yeah,
you,
it
I want
is.
it to be to your face. I'm taking away that order. But I still want you bring it in. So yeah. Keep your head low if you don't want your cheeks beaten in. Essentially, is what he tells you. And then hangs up and slides datapad across to Gina. And he says, I'm in a bad mood, Gina. You need to leave so it doesn't sour my feelings towards you.
Sure thing. Enjoy the meal.
Yeah, aye. Grab anything on your way out. They do great food here. Amazing. They'll hook you up.
Should get some tiramisu to go.
And have Jonesy drop you off anywhere you want to go.
Thanks. Good luck in the tournament.
Alexi's gonna keep listening in. Oh, no. Alexi is going to put his phone on the windowsill, or he's gonna text Gina and just say, leave the line open, and leave his caller, and then put his phone on the windowsill so it can hear.
But you're gonna leave your phone behind while you go
Yeah,
do something.
Yeah, they're. Well, I'm gonna go sneak back into the trunk.
Okay. Alright, yeah.
And then, yeah, just leaving. Oh, basically bugging this guy's office.
For at least a little while, yeah.
Yeah, for a day at least.
Yeah, you'd catch the rest of the day's stuff, probably.
At some point, she's going to want her phone back, though.
Yeah, you can't just be on the
I
phone
mean,
to Alexi forever.
That's fair,
At
but
some point, Alexi's phone will run out of battery.
yeah,
True, especially when it's on
This-
the whole time.
this gets us a
It-
chance at a lot more information. So
It'll get us access to the immediate conversations of them discussing what the fuck just happened.
Yeah.
yeah.
We are about reaching a good point to quit it, I think. For today. I'm reaching my time limit.
Sure thing.
They obviously slag you off right hard, Alexi. They're like, Jesus Christ. And they're like, and then a couple of the people at the table are like, hold up, do you think Gina's going to play ball? And they're like, yeah, for sure. I mean, if she didn't take the offer and then lost, she's out an extra, however many million. If she does take it and win, we'll kill her. Problem solved. Speaking of, we gotta kill Alexi, boss. He can't disrespect you like that. And boss is like, but he's so useful. And he's clearly just getting better and better. Look at the shit he's done. It's like, in my day, he'd already be dead. You should not lift that murder on sight order. Clearly it's working. It's like, I never set out a murder on sight order. I just, And yeah, it carries on like that for a while. But a few other
Surprised
people
Bono
will...
doesn't mention either of the hired muscle that he had with him.
Oh yeah, no, that will happen. Bono will say, oh yeah, by the way, boss, and tell the room about that, and then they're like, that kid, weird kid, does that sound anything like this girl? And then, yeah, talk about that. And still hanging around with Pue, and then they talk about, yeah, we'll just watch that apartment building, obviously. He's bound to go back there at some point. Just bring him in. I want to talk to him to his face, where he's not got a chance to run away. I want to see how he really feels, because it's clearly all just bravado. I will make him respect me, or I'll kill him. Yeah, that feels like a fairly good semi-ending scene.
Yeah, that sounds like almost like a credit scene.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Background Italian music playing.
Such Silent Hill theme music.
Hear me out, guys. Hear me out, guys. Slow acting death poison on some money.
On somebody. Just slow acting death poison on
Somebody.
anybody.
Money.
Money.
I hate everything about that.
Yeah.
I like money.
Why make money
Is-
deadly?
I am pretty sure that that's the entire premise of that Tom Clancy game.
Or some slow acting deadly poison on Alexi's gloves.
It's also one of Arya's kills in the books. Maybe in the TV series I blocked out most of the seasons of that. Spoiler
Anyway,
alert.
sorry.
Alert nerd. It's okay. I mean, they're clearly against it, so you just have to do it in secret, like everything else they're against.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm Luke. I GM'd it. We had Everoth.
Hello, I was Severin playing for you. Proud father and kick-assery extremist.
Not much opportunity for you to kick ass, I'm afraid. We had
I mean-
Lee.
I was gonna say, I mean, I keep claiming I'm good at it, but I only have like a 14.
it's still a good skill to have a 14 in. We had Lee.
Hi, I'm Lee, and I play Gina, and it sounds like she's going to have a battle between her pride and her greed at some point.
That's what I was hoping for. Should you throw the fight? Should you not? It's not a fight. It's kind of like a fight. We had James.
It's a fight.
It's a fight.
I am James. I play Alexi, and apparently Alexi is both respected by and super pissing off a powerful crime boss.
I mean, yeah, it were your best dude for so long, and then you say you want out. You were like a son to me, Alexi, and you disrespect me. The month of the tournament and the race and the other race and the Kung Fu Championship. How can you do this to me? And we had Tara.
Hey, I'm Tara. I play Silver, and she's up to some shit.
Yeah, you're up to some shit. Can Hidalgo next session, racing across the spice dunes, getting chased by worms. They're only like regular sized worms, but they're fast and it's kind of scary when a lot of them come for you.
So the question is everybody racing a wound, or is this just like a
Everyone's
mounted
racing a wound.
race?
They're all wound.
Okay.
These things are pretty widespread through the galaxy for racing and riding in general.
It's like the horse they developed, and everybody was like, "Oh, these things are great," and then it just wound up being everywhere.
Yeah, they're actually native to this planet. What's it called? Forgot its
Canum?
name again.
Oh,
Canum's the system. The planet is Sanua. This is
Sanua.
where you found them. Canum's one of the first places that humans inhabited after interstellar travel were finally cracked, and they discovered the wound on Sanua, and it's
This one's pretty close to the Sol system, right?
yeah, it is really you're really close to Sol at this point.
We're above it, I think.
Yeah, you are fairly high above it.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, you are 8 parsecs above it also though.
That's not that far, though.
But yeah, no, that's not that far.
It's like one jump.
Yeah. It's not got active travelled lanes, because some routes are just difficult. Warp bubbles have a tendency to, collapse.
If there's an interstellar cloud, you can't warp through that because it's mass.
Stuff like that.
But yeah.
With the Kobold Cafe, catch us everywhere at Kobold Cafe or thekoboldcafe.com. We'll be back on Thursday with Star Trek, maybe Friday with Dungeon Fantasy, Sunday with this. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.